Hey everybody, it's the Super Gamer, and I'm gonna be talking about E3 again this year, but this time I'm not doing it alone. Everyone, please welcome my best buddy, Jake for Hire.
Hi guys, how's it going? Yeah, it's my first time here. A little nervous.
How does it feel to be a part of the the Super Gamer cinematic universe?
It feels wonderful. I can't wait for everything else to come, for just being in this one video.
So me and Jake are here today to talk about E3 2019.
Yep.
You have only watched the Nintendo conference, right?
Yeah, that's really all I've ever watched, pretty much.
Alright, so I got a list here of stuff that I want to talk about with E3.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is from the Xbox conference, Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
I believe that's the year that they chose.
Yeah, okay.
So overall, Cyberpunk 2077 looks interesting. It definitely is an interesting idea, though I'm not really an Xbox person, so I probably might not pick it up.
Yeah, I've never been an Xbox guy. I've never even owned an Xbox, so.
I only have the original Xbox.
Yeah. It's more than I've owned.
But the reason I brought it up was because I wanted to bring up the fact that Keanu Reeves is in the game.
Right, I remember you telling me about this before.
Yeah. And, oh my god, he even came up on stage after the reveal.
I bet that was amazing to watch.
Yep. And without a doubt, the best moment about the whole, that whole moment was someone in the audience just shouted, "You're breathtaking!" when he said the word breathtaking.
Oh boy.
And he replied back, "And you're breathtaking."
No. That's amazing.
I don't know if you've seen Megamind before, but it reminded me of the scene where just someone goes, "I love you, Metro Man," and Metro Man's like, "And I love you, random citizen."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Oh boy.
Alright, next up on our list is the fact that every single Star Wars film in the entire main series is getting remade into Lego for the ultimate Lego Star Wars game.
Right, and I actually remember hearing about this, and at first I was kind of thinking, okay, why bother doing that with the first, because we already had like the Star Wars games before it, where it did like the original trilogy and then the prequels. So I was just kind of wondering, like, why should we even remaster it really at all? Because there are fine enough games as is. I don't know. I was just a little skeptical, I guess, about that at first.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Lego Star Wars, the original, no, not the original saga, the video game, was the first licensed Lego game that they ever did.
Sure, that's true. The very first one.
Yeah, and this was back before they had like actual voice acting in the Lego games, and they used mimics. Part of me actually kind of misses the mimic dialogue, because it actually made some of the scenes better.
Yeah, it had its own charm to it, really.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Plus, we didn't have to listen to the awful dialogue from the prequels.
Yeah, right.
So that's always a plus.
I was just about to say that.
So, I'm curious to see how this will turn out, but I'm cautious about it.
Yeah, like, I understand making a game for, like, the newer movies, because, of course, that's just always gonna happen. It's just kind of interesting that, yeah, they're doing every single Star Wars movie, and, like, yeah, it's either gonna be a make it or break it thing, I believe.
Yeah. Alright, next up on our list is a pretty big one. The Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay, yeah, that.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the the Final Fantasy VIII remaster, because I remember hearing about that a while ago.
No, I heard that game was terrible.
It's well, I don't know. I'm willing to give it a fair shot whenever it shows up.
So, yeah. So I've only played like the first, I want to say 15 minutes of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
He's beaten it twice.
No, just once. I still haven't beaten my second playthrough yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really gone back to it in a while.
Yeah. But I do understand why this game was such a big influence, because it changed the way that storytelling and RPGs were created.
Yeah, and I also understand when people say that it introduced a lot of people to like JRPGs in general, because like I had never played a Final Fantasy game before I played 7, and I absolutely loved it. Like all of it. It was amazing.
Yeah. And I guess technically Final Fantasy VI did kind of the same thing, but Final Fantasy VII was the game that like made it mainstream.
Right, it's the one that everyone knows when they hear Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So the fact that it's getting remade with different gameplay style, because it's going from a role-playing game to a Kingdom Hearts style action game.
Yeah, and that's the part that I'm still not sure how I feel about, because I mean, like, kind of comparing it to something like Mario, like, okay, they do the same sort of tired formula of, like, platform games, whatever, but at the same time, it still works. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm just thinking, like, is the gameplay change really, like, is it really needed for the remake? I'm just not sure how I feel about that just yet.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but again, I guess there wouldn't be much point in a remake if you were going to do something different with it.
Yeah.
That's the thing I feel like most people really don't seem to think. People think that when they say remake, they just say, oh, just make the same game, just with better graphics.
Yeah, that's more of a remaster. Yeah.
Just like, but I always thought that the point of a remake was to make it better.
Yeah, like just, even if it's like tiny things, like fine-tuning a few details or controls or whatever, like even little things like that, I think it's enough to justify calling it a remake.
Yeah. But yeah, you look forward to it, Jake?
Yeah, I'll still check it out and see how it works. Yeah.
Probably won't come out to Switch, but if I ever get a PS4, I will consider getting the remake.
Yeah, I've got a PS4 already, so yeah.
Since I'm not the biggest fan of RPGs, I think this might be more my thing because it's action oriented.
Sure. Yeah, I understand that.
All right, next up on our list is Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
So the game takes place in a hotel this time.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting when I heard about that.
And it's not just Mario that needs saving. Mario and Peach both need saving.
Yeah, and I think there were like 2 other Toads that got abducted as well, or something.
Yeah, but no one gives a crap about them.
They're just Toads, yeah.
Yeah. So, from what you saw of the gameplay, what are your overall thoughts?
It definitely seems interesting. Yeah, like they seem like they've added quite a bit to like make it different enough from the other games before. Although I can't really say how different because I really haven't played many of the Luigi's Mansion games. I've only played like a bit of the second one on 3DS, and that's about it.
Yeah. I've only played a small portion of the second game, but I have beaten the first game.
Yeah, I used to own the first game, but then I gave it away as a gift to one of my friends.
Yeah. So I actually did a let's play of it back on my old Let's Play channel before I discontinued that.
Oh, really?
Channel. So, and when I beat it, I said overall the game was just kind of okay.
The first game or the second game?
The first game.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I thought that the first game, it was okay, but there's a lot of things that really annoyed me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt the same way about the first Resident Evil, but then I just, on a whim, I decided to replay it, and all of a sudden I wanted to finish the whole thing.
Yeah. I have a feeling that might happen to me too, because, yeah, I've told you already, but the people watching don't know. I was not a big fan when I first played Resident Evil. The GameCube version specifically. Like, I played the first 10 minutes and got stuck.
Yeah, it is a game that you need to have a lot of patience with.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, well, we're kind of getting off track. We're talking about Luigi's Mansion here.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So, yeah, I've beaten the first game, only played a small portion of the second game. And so the third game, it does look like it's already better than the second game and the first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Just by seeing like some of the new things they added and just how different it kind of seems compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
I think that.
So I will definitely look forward to that game.
Yeah, I'll see how it goes as well.
Now here's a big one for both of us. The new Animal Crossing game, New Horizons, was revealed.
Oh yeah, it was.
So, this is a very different Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, just from the idea that I believe they said it was like on a remote island where your like town was, I believe.
Yeah, it's a game where instead of moving to an existing town, you are transported to a deserted island and you have to start your whole town from scratch.
Yeah, like yeah, definitely something very different, that's for sure.
But hey, sometimes different is good.
Mm-hmm.
But don't get me wrong, I know a lot of Animal Crossing fans that will probably hate that idea because it reminds them too much of Minecraft.
I actually never thought of it that way.
Well, for me, I actually really like Minecraft. Like, me
too.
Not even ironically, I actually find it very relaxing.
Yeah, no, I do too. I just haven't played it in ages, though.
Yeah, I just don't really have a reason to go back to it right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Animal Crossing New Horizons is, it's I'm just happy we even got a new Animal Crossing anyway.
Yeah, and it is kind of a shame that it got delayed till March next year, but yeah. If it has to be delayed for it to be good, then so be it.
Yeah.
I'll be patient.
But we've waited 6 years for this game.
Yeah, and it looks like, judging from the trailer with like all the villagers coming together at the end for the title, I'm assuming there's gonna be like an 8-player like mode for that. Like you could have up to 8 people in your own town or something.
Yeah.
If that's real, then that's gonna be really cool.
Oh man, and like we never got an Animal Crossing game on the Wii U.
No, aside from Amiibo Festival, but who counts that?
No, Amiibo Festival doesn't count. That game is utter garbage. I did a whole review on it.
Yeah, it was made to sell Amiibos and nothing more.
It felt like some kind of sellout bullcrap that EA would do.
Yeah, right. Ugh. Jeez.
But okay, moving on. So now we're gonna take a break from like one specific title, and we're gonna move on to the games that are being ported to the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So first, at least in my interesting list, there's the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that actually. Surprisingly.
I knew that port was gonna happen someday because, come on, I knew Spyro was gonna sell well, so it was only a matter of time before it was on Switch.
Sure, and the same thing already happened with Crash. Like, what was that, last June or something? Or no, that was when the game came out. I don't remember when the Switch port came out, but it was like sometime later.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing as that happened with Crash, yeah, it just kind of made sense that it would happen to Spyro.
We also got 2 new Resident Evil games. Resident Evil 5 and 6.
Right, those 2. Mm-hmm.
Really, I don't really want to play those.
I don't know, maybe I might try out 5 for shits and giggles, but I don't know. Yeah.
Now, 5, like, I don't see as so bad, but 6, I've heard basically just nothing but bad things about.
Right, yeah, I've heard 5 5, it plays nothing like a Resident Evil game, but it's just kind of an average sort of action game.
Yeah, 6
what I've
is
been
just
told.
terrible through and through.
Yeah.
Also, we also want to take the time to talk about Minecraft Dungeons.
Right. Yeah, that is kind of interesting that they made a Minecraft dungeon crawler. It's I don't know. It's just I'm not sure how to react to that, to be honest.
It's a very interesting idea, though. I'll totally get it.
Yeah. We'll probably try it out too.
And also, the Studio Ghibli video game Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch is gonna be ported to Switch.
Okay, so that was Studio Ghibli. I was gonna say, because that did, like, it was clearly Studio Ghibli's art style.
Yep. Oh, man. Okay, I already own the game on PS3, but I kind of want to buy it again on Switch.
It's, like, what do you do in the game? I actually hadn't heard of it until I saw it on there.
Oh, okay. So, Ni no Kuni: The Wrath of the White Witch is a game with animated cutscenes from Studio Ghibli themselves.
Uh-huh.
It's basically a role-playing game.
Ah, okay. Studio Ghibli, the role-playing game?
Yeah, which is funny when you consider the fact that Hayao Miyazaki hates video games.
Oh, really?
So,
Wow.
kind of got a bit of an issue there.
Yeah, that's...
And now, there's the big one. Oh, man. The one thing that we said would never happen, happened.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, you're not going to believe this, but
No.
Banjo Kazooie is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
My god, it has actually happened.
Yeah, like, oh my god. I've spent several months going, no, they're never getting into Smash. I would love for it to happen, but they never will.
Yeah, I know. Like, I wasn't really all that hopeful either. Like, it just never really crossed my mind. And then they pulled that tease reveal, the same exact one they did for K. Rool, and I was like, holy hell, they did it. They actually did it.
Yeah. Okay, real quick though, on this article, apparently it says getting Banjo into Smash was apparently easy to do.
Really?
Yeah, like easy to get the rights to them.
Wow. I didn't think it was.
Yeah, and even like Greg Cope did it, obviously composed for the trailer. But he was flat out lied and said that he had no idea that Banjo was getting into Smash.
He had to lie just to keep this a secret?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That cheeky bastard.
Well, I mean, the internet loves to leak all this kind of stuff, so that definitely would have ruined the big surprise, I'd say.
Yeah.
If he did tell us.
But
man.
yeah, oh my god. I just want to comment that Banjo's model looks so clean.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Gone is the really awkward looking nuts and bolts model, and we basically have a 21st century version, well, okay, a 8th generation video game version of the original model.
Yeah, and I'm also hoping that because he's now included in Smash, that it means he's gonna have possibly new games coming in the future, because I feel like that sort of happened when like Mega Man came out for Smash 4 and then Mega Man 11 then came out. I'm hoping the same will apply to Banjo here. It would be great to see him get revived.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting my hopes up on that, but it would be nice to see.
Yeah, it'll be a great surprise if it happens.
Okay, real talk, I was at work when watching the direct.
Yep.
And the split second that the Jiggy was dropped on the floor, I was just like, I was holding my hand over my mouth, trying not to freak out.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Because I'm just like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, I know. And I was watching it at home, and again, like I said, they showed us that same exact teaser they did for K. Rool, but instead for Banjo, and it's like I saw their shadows there. I'm like, no way, they actually got them in. And then, of course, they pulled the fake out with Duck Hunt Dog there. And then I see Banjo fly, and then, like, yes, it's happened.
I bet you probably were wondering how I was feeling about that. Because
yeah, man.
Because anyone who has watched my channel in the last few years knows that I love Banjo Kazooie to death.
Yeah. One of my friends he was actually hoping for Banjo to join, and yeah, I imagine he was the happiest person in the world when he saw that teaser.
Yep. So, yeah, by the way, we're recording this the day that all of this is revealed.
Right, yeah.
So, I can confidently say that this was probably the best day of my life.
I bet.
Yeah, well, second to us meeting in person.
Oh, come on.
I like to, yeah, viewers, I like to flirt with Jake a lot.
Yeah.
I can't help myself.
Yeah, no, it's cool, dude. I don't mind.
So yeah, Banjo's gonna be in Smash this fall. I cannot wait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and also some Dragon Quest characters.
Yeah,
got
Dragon Quest guy, who I actually mistook as Isaac from Golden Sun at first. That just goes to show that I don't know either of those series well.
Yeah, the Dragon Quest characters, but no one gives a crap.
Well, I'm sure there's some people, but yeah, it's not us.
Yeah. And finally, we got look, now it would have been awesome if this direct had ended with just like with Banjo being revealed. But no, they didn't end it with that. They showed us one last thing. And that is that Breath of the Wild is getting a sequel.
Yeah, like, and that honestly kind of surprises me, because it's like, the first game was already out 2 years ago when the Switch first launched, and it's like, I don't know, like, I can't remember a sequel being brought into development, like, after just 2 years. Like, I don't know, it just seems a little fast to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Breath of the Wild sold a crap load of copies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was like the main launch title for the Switch.
Yeah. I remember all the hype around it. It was the first game that I decided to go through with watching as little gameplay as possible.
Yeah.
And I loved everything about it.
Yeah, I really liked it too.
Well, I mean, almost everything. The rain can go jump off a cliff.
Yes. Inanimate rain.
Yeah. So, yeah, from looks of the trailer, I'm pretty sure they discover Ganon's corpse.
Yeah, it seems like it. And it actually reminds me, too. I remember one of my friends, like, after he saw that trailer, he was like, it literally looks like a horror movie.
Yeah, so some people commented that it looks very Majora's Mask-esque.
Yeah, and actually, now that you say that, I wonder if they are gonna take, like, a darker turn like that, like, kind of like from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, from Breath of the Wild 1 to Breath of the Wild 2.
Well, Breath of the Wild did get pretty dark at a couple places.
Well, sure, but it's like, would they go even further with the second one?
Yeah. And I know this is a long shot, but I think the sequel to Breath of the Wild will become my favorite Zelda game of all time.
Really?
Well, I won't really say favorite, but because Majora's Mask will always be my favorite for getting me through probably the worst time of my life.
Yeah.
Yes, not even my depression can compare to what happened.
Yeah.
Because at least I had some good friends to help me get through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I won't say who.
But you could probably guess.
Yeah. But, yeah, as far as, like, just gameplay-wise, I will think that I could possibly think that it's the best Zelda game released yet.
I suppose, yeah. I don't know, I guess maybe I'm a little more cynical towards it, because, I don't know, I kind of see this as a case of, like, what else is there to add to the first game to warrant a sequel, because off the top of my head, I can't really think of much, aside from just a new story.
Well, I mean, they could introduce like more traditional dungeons.
I suppose they could do that.
Yeah, the shrines were nice, but nothing really beats the dungeons from the previous games.
Yeah, sure, I agree. Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be a while before the Breath of the Wild sequel happens, but I'll definitely be buying it and playing it on my Switch.
Yeah, I most likely will do that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Zelda game. Every time a new Zelda game comes out, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
And, oh, I forgot to mention, the Link's Awakening remake.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
So we'll just go over that really quickly.
Yeah.
So I've never played the original Link's Awakening, so this is actually a great opportunity for me to play the game.
Yeah, I've played it before on my 3DS, like buying it from on the Virtual Console. And I did have a lot of fun with it, despite like the limitations it had. It was a fun game, and it's cool to see it getting remade.
Yeah. How do you feel about the art style that they used for the game?
I was about to mention that. Yeah, it's so... I don't know, it's very uncanny to me. I don't know, I feel like maybe it's like they kind of went a little too far to make it look like, I guess, childish or juvenile. I don't know, because it's like, I mean, I like the Wind Waker art style. That art style is amazing, but I feel like the art style of this remake, I don't know, I feel like it just looks a little too chibi to me, or childish.
Yeah, it is a very strange art style to choose for this kind of game. But, I mean, I could see how people could think that this was, like, 8-bit chibi back in the day.
I suppose, yeah. And I guess maybe that's what they were going for.
But, we all know the deciding factor on whether or not this game is good or not.
Mm-hmm.
If it has that shopkeeper that kills you if you steal stuff from his shop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If it has that shopkeeper, then the game is a masterpiece.
Uh-huh. That's the first thing I did when I played it. Stole the shovel and then I got killed.
Oh, man. Okay. So yeah, that was our thoughts on E3 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, one of the best E3s in recent memory.
Yeah, of the stuff I saw from Nintendo's portion of E3, there was quite a bit of stuff that looked interesting to me, and yeah, and I mean, Animal Crossing alone made it worth it to watch. So yeah.
Yep. Now there were some real stinkers in between there, but honestly, just from the sheer hype and like just fanboying that this E3 has caused, it just already makes it one of my favorites in recent memory.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just because I don't watch many of like these E3 events or anything, but yeah, I felt like I'd like this one a little more than most others.
Yeah. All right, so Jake, you want to say anything to the lovely viewers out there?
Well, you guys all rock, and I want to say to you that thank you for having me on here and discussing all this with you.
Jake's a sweetheart, guys.
Yeah, I'm too nice. It's a problem.
No, it's all right, man. I'm too nice, too.
Yeah.
Oh, we're both dorks.
Yeah, we're dorks for each other.
All right, so until then, I'm the Super Gamer, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!